مشاهدي زوم أفريقيا، برحب بحضراتكم. لو اتكلمنا عن دولة كينيا اللي أنا زرتها يعني عشرات المرات واستمتعت جدا بكل مكان كنت بزوره في دولة كينيا، من نيروبي العاصمة لمومباسا أشهر وأهم ميناء في قارة السمراء، ومالندي طبعا مفاجأة رائعة من أشهر وأحسن وأجمل شواطئ القارة السمراء. احنا النهاردة موجودين في ضيافة معالي سفير دولة كينيا في القاهرة أوتيانو جوف. Welcome to our program.
Thank you very much.
When we start to talk about Kenya, we want to know more about Kenya.
Well, Kenya is an East African country that straddles the equator. It is bounded by the Indian Ocean to the southeast, and Somalia to the east, Ethiopia to the north, and Uganda to the west, and we have Tanzania to our south. Mm-hmm. We do share Lake Victoria with Tanzania and Uganda. Okay. This is the largest freshwater lake. This is the second largest freshwater lake in the world, and is actually the source of the White Nile. Okay. We do have some Kenyan rivers that actually feed into Lake Victoria. We're talking about Sonumiriu, the River Mara, the Nzoia, the Nyando, the Yala, and this would definitely be some of the waters that you see in Cairo. Okay, great.
If we're talking about the relationship between Egypt and Kenya.
Kenya and Egypt has had a relationship that really goes back to the 1950s. When we had our fight for independence in the 1950s, we had Radio Free Africa operated out of Cairo in support of our freedom struggle. When we got independence in December 1963, Kenya set up Cairo as the second embassy in the world. This was after London. Mm-hmm. That actually does underscore the tight relationship that we've had between Nairobi and Cairo. We as an embassy are actually building and enhancing that strong relationship for the benefit of our two countries.
Okay, great. What about the opportunities in Kenya?
Oh, we have numerous investment opportunities in Kenya, and if you've been there, you've seen that we do have opportunities in the tourist sector, for example. We require investors to invest in resorts, in our game parks and wildlife areas, hotels, conference facilities. Our infrastructure is still under development, and would really prefer this under the model of public-private partnership, mm-hmm. Build, operate, and transfer. So there are a lot of opportunities in roads, affordable housing. Then we have also opportunities in agribusiness. This mm-hmm. is value addition, because Kenya is primarily an agricultural country, and we need investors to invest in value addition for our tea, our coffee, horticultural products, all within the country.
Okay, great. If I'm an investor and I want to go to invest, what's the process? How can I start?
The process is we have the Kenya Investment Authority. The Kenya Investment Authority is actually in charge of regulating and controlling all investors coming into the country. Mm-hmm. And they will have all the information you need. They have a website at Kenya Invest that we can actually avail, and is available for all investors worldwide.
If we're talking about the culture and tradition in Kenya.
When you talk about the culture and traditions in Kenya, Kenya is a multi-ethnic country with just about 42 main tribes. 42 tribes. Okay. All these tribes have got their own individual ethnic languages. However, in Kenya, we have Swahili and English as the official languages. This is the means of communication in our schools, in our government facilities as well. Mm-hmm. When you talk about the cultural diversity, it is very diverse. From the Maasai, who are very lean and athletic.
Like it.
Yes.
It's very interesting, by the way.
You've got to see them.
Yes.
And our Kamba dancers, very, very diverse. In terms of our main food, this is really ugali. Ugali is based on cornmeal, and it's eaten with either vegetables.
It's like a bread, right?
It's like a bread.
Yeah, I tried it before.
Yeah, but it's based on cornmeal, not wheat.
Uh-huh.
Yes, so that is very much widely eaten within the country.
If we talk more about the sector of tourism.
For tourism, Kenya has a lot to offer, not only to the world, but even to Egypt. I know that Egypt primarily depends on tourism to a large extent,
Yes.
and your tourist attractions are based on ancient history. The tourism in Kenya is alive. Whether you're talking about our game parks, you're talking about the flora and fauna, you're talking about the Rift Valley, the volcanic mountains and hills, and when you go to the coast, our beaches are pristine. Very, very sandy, white beaches. It's really fantastic. It is really something that we need to have a lot more Egyptians sampling by coming to Nairobi. And in any case, Egypt Air flies directly to Nairobi, just 4.5 hours, and it's not very expensive.
Okay, there is a direct flight between Egypt and Kenya.
Yes,
right?
there's a direct flight between Egypt and Kenya. Before COVID, it used to be a daily flight.
Wow.
I think now it's been down to 3, and then they've got another 2 flights that go through Tanzania coming into Kenya. So it is quite accessible. And I must mention the eighth wonder of the world, the wild beast migration in the Maasai Mara. This is something to behold. This is something that Egyptians need to come and sample.
Maasai Mara.
The Maasai Mara.
Okay.
The wild.
How to explain it, to encourage them to come?
In the Maasai Mara is one of our famous game parks. It straddles both Kenya and Tanzania. In Tanzania, it's called the Serengeti. And every year, you've got millions of wild beasts, zebras,
Wow.
gnus that actually migrate between Tanzania and Kenya and vice versa. And as they migrate, they are being followed by the predators, the lions, the cheetahs, the leopards. So it is really a sight to see. It's actually been recognized as the 8th wonder of the world.
Great. Okay, what about the visa? It's easy to get a visa?
Getting a visa into Kenya is now all electronic. We have an e-visa system that works, and you get a visa within, I would say, 48 hours at the maximum.
Wow.
So it's very, very easy, as long as you upload the documentation that is required on the platform.
Okay, finally, if we talking about how do you see Egyptian, and how do you see the Egyptian food, and how the famous one, you like it?
You won't believe it. For me, shawarma is my best Egyptian food.
Shawarma, okay.
It's available everywhere. It is very tasty.
Okay.
It's very crunchy.
Yeah.
And what they use to roll it is what we call chapati in Kenya. It's like chapati.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so.
I tried also when I've been there.
Yes, so really Egyptian food is very, very tasty, very widespread, and I like it a lot.
Okay, and how many years are you here?
I've been here now 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been here 7 years.
You start talking Egyptian
A
language?
little bit, sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you understand it, right?
I understand a little bit because Arabic and Kiswahili are very close.
Okay, there is the common words.
Yes, very many common.
Like what?
Yani, Salam Alaikum, Alhamdulillah. It's a very common.
Okay. Yeah.
And even the counting, Thalathin, Arobain, it's all the same with Swahili.
If you want to talk about Mo Salah and the football match in Africa.
Sport is a very big unifying factor, not only in Africa, but the world as a whole. And for example, for Egypt, you've got Mo Salah playing in the Super League, Premier League in the UK. He's a very, very talented Egyptian, and we are very, very proud of the fact that he is also African. And he is a great inspiration to all young men who are aspiring to join the Premier League and the leagues in Europe. And that is something that they definitely look up to. As you know, Kenya is also a great sporting country. I think we just won the Tokyo Marathon 2 or 3 days ago.
Wow.
Eliud Kipchoge. So it is an area that we can collaborate. I know that Egypt has a very well developed sports system that nurtures all kinds of sports, right from kindergarten all the way to champions. And
Yes.
we can also invite Egyptian marathoners or Egyptian runners to actually come and train in our high altitude facilities in Eldoret.
It's our pleasure, really.
Yes.
Finally, how do you see Egypt, and how do you see the development in Egypt and everywhere? And also, do you see the new capital?
Yes, I have been to the new capital. I have been to the Suez Canal. I have traveled, I would say, quite extensively in Egypt. The developments in Egypt is incredible, especially the infrastructural development, the roads, the way they are being expanded, the roads and bridges. For the new capital, it is something that is worth emulating, worth copying. Yes.
Okay. Really,
Very, very impressive. Yes.
Really, I'm enjoyed
Thank you very
to
much.
be with us, Ambassador
Yes.
Otieno Joff, Ambassador of Kenya in Egypt. Really, thank you so much to be in our program Zoom Africa.
Thank you very much.